Hi, Steve Morrison from Oh My Grief, and nice to have a chat to you again this week. I wrote a post during the week about when it's time to see your doctor, and I wanted to pick up on that again by video, and I guess just share some thoughts around it. I've been with two particular people in the last just a few weeks, and both of them really needed some medical help. They pushed through, they done everything they could in the natural, I guess, to really just try to be okay, whatever that looks like. And yet both of them, a guy and a girl, ended up in spaces which I certainly felt they needed medical help. And when I talked to them, both of them agreed that they really did need some assistance. It's a funny thing, isn't it? It's almost like this, I've achieved, or I'm tough, I'm strong because I was able to push through and didn't need any help, and the other side we get on medication or something for a period of time, and for some reason we feel like we've failed or we're weak. And I guess I want to say to you, that's rubbish. Things happen in our lives which can be so traumatic, and the research is so clear, that we need help. We need to get whatever we need in order to be able to successfully get through a certain period in our life. And so for both this guy and the girl that I was speaking to, I was like, you know what, go and talk. You got nothing to lose. You can still make the decision on whether you do or don't take medication. And for the lady that I spoke with, she has decided to take medication and get help in that way. And for the guy, he's asked to wait a few more weeks and just see how he goes working with a psychologist and whether he does actually need to end up on medication. Either way, good on them. Good on them for just getting the help that they needed in order to get through what I would call this acute period of time. And sometimes that lasts for weeks, and sometimes it lasts for months, and on occasion for years. But I think what's worse about all of this is those who don't get help because of whether it's a stigma or a belief that I'm weak or I haven't made it. All of that's garbage. If you need help, get help. If you're not sure, it's that whole saying, sometimes it's if in doubt, throw it out. If in doubt, don't. But there's other occasions I say, if in doubt, check. If in doubt, find out. And go and have the discussion, talk to your GP. Do you need to see a psychologist? Do you need to see a trauma counsellor, a grief counsellor? Do you just need some more time? Do you need some medication? All these questions is not something that I can come up with as someone who works with people, but it's people, it's experts who have spent years and years and years and years training in the medical profession in order to help you and I get through spaces. There's certainly been times in my life when I've needed to have medical assistance, and I know I struggled at times with the idea of the medication, but I remember, a long time ago, I was 30 in fact, and I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. I was living in Perth and I was pretty sick at the time, and I just remember coming to the realisation that I could take the medicine and be able to do pretty well most things that I wanted to do, or I could not take it out of some ridiculous reason and be housebound and often, stuck in my bed. And so I had to come to that place where I just went, you know what, I need medical help to do what it is I need to do. And so I'm glad that I resolved that issue, and even to this day I have to take certain medications. I just encourage you, if you need help in this current moment of your life, in this acute moment of loss, of grief, of trauma, or of different health issues, please don't be a hero and somehow stay at home and fight through and not be able to do the things that you long to do when you could get medical help and potentially be in a far greater space just weeks down the track from now. So I encourage you, if you need to, please go and see your GP. Have a fantastic week. I am convinced that you can live well even with grief in your life.